In this demo, you will see a design ideation workflow using a block pattern. You'll see how easy it is to color block, materialize and use cut mark to create multiple iterations in just a matter of minutes. To start with, I have a men's overshirt with white fabric that I'm going to add multiple fabrications and colors to see what that will look like. I have a PK fabric I would like to try this shirt. After applying the PK fabric and simulating the garment, I'll be able to see how the fabric will react on this block pattern according to its physics. When zooming in, we can see the texture of the fabric and how the physics of the fabric works around the body. Now let's see how this shirt will look with the jersey fabric. I can replace the PK fabric with the jersey fabric, update the simulation to see the effect. As a designer, it is very easy for me to make quick decisions to see how different fabric will react to the same block. In this case, after trying these two fabrics, I can see that fabricating the shirt with jersey would have changed the silhouette dramatically and wouldn't work due to fabric not being firm enough. Therefore, I will change this back to previous fabric. I'll open a previous snapshot with the original fabric. We will take a look at how cut mark works and how easy it is to color block without cutting the pattern and potentially changing the fit of the block. I'll use the pen tool to create an internal line and enable snap to center to make sure my cut mark is centered and then extended the line to the edges. I'll do the same to the other side as well. After selecting the internal lines under line properties, I will enable cut mark. Cut mark will appear as a dashed red line. Let's go to Browzwear library to download some more fabric to fill this new space. As a designer, this is a great tool for me to visualize what colors of fabric might work well together, and I can make informed decisions and play around with cut marks before sending them off to a supplier to verify the fit. I want to further iterate this design to see what it would look like with a leather elbow patch. To do that, I will start by creating a new shape. Now I can play around with the scale and the placement of the patch. This will allow me as a designer to add the elbow patch more precisely onto the design and reduce the need for sampling. I like this design, so I can move ahead and extract the shape into a separate piece. Let's download a leather fabric from Browzwear library and assign it to the patch piece. We can also add zigzag stitching to the edge of the design. I then add this to the sleeve pattern piece and attach it to the shape. We will need to dress the garment to see this design. Zooming in, we can see the change we made in the texture from wool to leather. If I'm happy with this result, I can keep this as a design iteration. I can further iterate by adding a different fabric or changing the shape to see what that might look like. Then I will add onto pattern piece and attach it to garment. As previously, I would need to dress the garment to see this design take effect. Once I'm happy with the change, I can then add this to the other side by using the magic mirror. Let's dress the garment to see the change. Next, we will take a look at the slide function and how you can use it to change the proportions of the garment without changing the silhouette. For this example, I will change the length of the sleeve to see if this is something I want to further develop. To start with, I will create a copy of the sleeve and a new snapshot of the existing design in case we want to jump back to the original sleeve design. I will hide inactive sleeve pieces in the 3D window and dress the new sleeve onto the garment. Once the simulation is finished, I can then select the hem of the sleeve to change the proportions. Let's dress the garment for the physics to take effect. If I'm not happy with the length of the sleeve, I can further change the length of the sleeve by sliding the hem. I would then dress the garment to see the natural drape of the sleeve. Once the simulation is finished, I can save this as a snapshot. From the snapshot drop-down, I can easily go back and forth with designs and verify if I like the change. These are some of the ways you can use V-Stitcher to design, ideate, and make informed decisions without the need for physical samples. Here you can see more examples of further design iterations from the same block. Thank you.